Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today we're at the end of week 11 now of half marathon training for Chester Half Marathon 2023. So I'm at my last run of the week, and as usual I'll cover my week 11 training, the runs I've done and how it's gone. So I'm on my way down to, I think it was an old golf course, but now it's just gravelly undulating trails alongside the canal, so it's a nice place to run. So I'm going to run around there and do my week 11 recap. So welcome back to LARK UK. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. But like I said, today we're at the end of week 11, which leaves with what, after today I'll have 2 more solid weeks of training and then a 2-week taper, so 4 weeks till race day. So yeah, as normal, I'll go through my week 11. For the first time in quite a while, it's probably gone almost to plan. There's been too many changes to the schedule and the training. And like I said, 2 weeks to go. So yeah, so I'm filming this on Sunday. It'll probably be published on Tuesday. But yeah, so good luck to everyone running London today. It's London Marathon Day today. So all the best. I know quite a few people who have been training for a long time in the build up to London. Sometimes it's for some of them it's the first London Marathon. For others, obviously they've run a few before. So good luck to everyone who's a viewer, or I know through Strava, etc. All the best if you're running London. Like I said, I'm not running a marathon this year. I did enter the ballot for London and wasn't successful. Obviously long term, over the next couple of years, my goal will be to hopefully qualify through Good for Age, but with me being under 40, my current window for qualification through Good for Age is sub 3 hours, and the one and only marathon I did last year, I did a 3:48, so got a bit of work to do. I'm confident I'll get there eventually, but maybe a couple of years time. So good luck to London runners today. But yeah, my week 11 is probably going to plan more than most weeks have, so I'm pretty happy with that. There hasn't been too many trip ups or issues. It was scheduled to be a bit of a recovery week, as in like I'll reduce the intensity down, which is what I have done, but obviously the mileage remains constant. And again, everyone trains differently, but I find a higher mileage means a higher fitness level for me. Just doing speed work, etc., and having a lowish mileage eventually leads to me hitting a plateau pretty quick. So the more I run, the faster I run. But yeah, so on Tuesday is when the week started. I got out for my first training planned run, and I wanted to do a test. So I got out and did not a full half, but a 20k test. So what's that, 12 miles, 12 and a bit miles. Wanted to see where I was at. I wanted to see how it feels to run at around goal pace. So I set off, not casually, but kind of steadily at around the 4:30s pace. So anywhere in the 4:30 window, between 4:31 and 4:39, which is kind of going to be around what I think I'm going to be setting off at Chester in a month's time. So yes, I set off at that, did 20k, as always details on screen, and yeah, it felt pretty good. I was solid until about 15, felt not easy but comfortable, pretty comfortable for 15k I'd say, and then the last 5 were a little bit of a slog. I had to put a bit more effort in then to maintain the pace, which is, I'm pretty happy with that. I just upped the mileage now. Last couple of weeks I'm going to get a couple of really long runs in, probably longer than half, to get the legs used to running longer. Again, yeah, when I was marathon training last year, my long runs were like 30k, and I got to nearly 30k in the marathon before I flagged. So I'm thinking if I go past half marathon a couple of times in the next couple of weeks, my legs should be able to get to that distance before they bonk too much. So that was the first run of the week. Pretty happy with that. I think I averaged 4:35 over the 20k, which is a 7:22 I believe per mile. Yeah, so I believe this to be an old golf course from what I can figure out. I've only ran here once before. Again, I think it was during my marathon training last year when it was really hot. I found it from the canal. I've tried to find it from the other side, but I think because it's an old golf course, it's now closed off on the other half. You can't get access from any other side, but no, it's a lovely place to run. Quiet, undulating up and down, kind of gravelly trails, as you can see. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on. So yeah, that was week one, that was run one done. Pretty happy with how that went, how that felt. Wednesday, I did a bit of a recovery day. I did other things like gym stuff, let the legs recover. And then Thursday evening, while my son was at a club, I had an hour spare after I dropped him off. So got out to just a local park and did kind of a light trail 10k. It's the easy pace, just to get the miles in. So that was just a nice easy one. Trail running's always a bit harder anyway, saps the legs a little bit. And very light trail, so it was mainly park, grass, woodland paths and fields. So it wasn't too technical at all, so we just get the mileage in. So that was run 2. And then on Friday evening, even though it's a recovery week, again I think I find that if I run too easy and steezy too often, my legs start feeling heavy and lethargic. I don't know if it's just blood pooling or just the fact that they don't kind of get a blast, so they don't clear out any lactic acid. So I always find that a bit of speed work livens my legs up. So Friday I wanted to get a bit more speed stuff in, even though it is a recovery week. Can I just mention the weather? I know people in the UK bang on about it, but with good reason. Yesterday was about 16 degrees, sunny, everyone was sat out getting a bit of sun. This morning it was overcast and I just put a long sleeve on, ready to come out. Then the heavens opened. That was a clip you saw at the start of this vlog. So I've got overdressed now with the rain jacket. On the way down, the rain had stopped, so I was boiling and overdressed. And now, as is traditional in the UK, if you've ever visited, a light drizzle, which basically just goes on for an unknown amount of time, gets you soaked, and then disappears. But yeah, so this is British springtime for you. Love it. We might get a week of summer maybe in the middle of August, let's hope. Yeah, so Friday night I wanted to get a bit of speed work done, so I did. One of my favourite runs is an on-off run, where again you work for a K, as in hard effort-ish, and then the next K you roll into a nice recovery K, so it's the easy kind of pace. So I did a 2k warm-up and then rolled into 6 times on-off, so that'll be a 12k, obviously 6 working, 6 recoveries back to back. I wanted my, excuse me, getting washing my eyes, turn the cap round, I think it's cap forward weather. I wanted my working Ks to be around the 4 minute per K pace, give or take. Hopefully an 8 out of 10 for effort, which is what I did. I put in 8 out of 10 and let the times be what they were, just so I could see where I was at. And for the easy Ks I know, or the recovery Ks I know, real goal was just roll into a recovery K, get your breath back, get some deep breaths in and out, get the heart rate back down, and then go again. So it was a good solid workout. Again, most of the working Ks were roughly where I wanted them, in the 4:0 somethings. There was the one, I think it was a 5K, sorry, 5K, 5th rep was a significant uphill on the way back home. So I think I hit 4:15 on that one. But again, with the uphill, I was pretty happy with the time, to be honest. So good solid workout, happy with that. 14K run, 6K quick, and 8K, obviously 2K warm up and 6K easy. So good solid workout. So that just leaves today's run in the drizzle. So I'm going to get a nice solid, probably 10 mile, 16K in, steady or steezy pace. When I'm vlogging, it tends to be 5:30 steezy, 5:20 steezy pace. When I put the camera away in a minute, I'll probably get back down to 5 minute per K, 8 minute per mile pace. Just a nice steady run. So tomorrow I'm going to roll into week 12. I'm not in work till later on, so I'm going to go on a nice big long run. Probably, as I was mentioning before, probably a 25K. Get a nice long run in. Gets me down to the River Dee, where I've not ran down there for a while. It's lovely down there, so I'm going to head down there, get a good solid 20+ K run in, get the legs used to running further and further. Hopefully that'll hold off the fatigue and lactic acid until later on in the half marathon in a couple of weeks' time. And like I said, but today this 16K 10 mile should get me to 60K for the week. Another solid week. Like I said, slightly reduced, not mileage, but it wasn't high 60s or 70s as it has been recently, but that's because it was scheduled to be a recovery week, so that was on plan. Slightly reduced intensity and slightly reduced mileage, just to make sure the legs don't burn out. So yeah, I'll be honest, this weather's shocking. I think it's hood up time. So yeah, so I'll be honest, this week and a little bit at the end of last week, it's starting to get a bit more mentally tough. The relentlessness of the training, I suppose. I've got to remind myself this is the most I've ever ran in terms of mileage for this length of time. I'm probably running more now than I did during marathon training last year. And that's because I'm in a position where I'm fitter now. I'm able to run further without running into an injury. Last year during marathon training, I was less than 12 months since returning to running, so I couldn't go mad and do super high mileage. I had to be considerate and sensible about it. So yes, I'm running more now than I've ever done before. I think I'm nearly at 900 kilometers for the year already, which again is the most I've run in the first 4 months of a year ever. So yeah, mentally it's getting a bit tougher in terms of I'm not as eager to get out on the runs. I'm not as keen or looking forward to them, but you got to get them done. Rid of that hood, it's done me head in. But you got to get done, just get them in the bag, get home, and every time I'm out on the run I'm fine, happy to be doing it. And when I get back I'm happy I've got it done without talking myself out of it. So yes, that's week 11 wrapped up. I'm nearly 9K into this run, so 3 or 4 more K running around this golf coursey bit, these trails, and then I'll head back the way I came down the canal. I'll get a bit more footage. I'm going to run up to the top of that hill, get a bit of a panoramic view. You might not be able to see much because, like I said, the clouds have closed in, but yeah, get a bit more footage, a bit more B-roll, get this run finished, get week 11 ticked off. Like I said, I'm going to get out for a nice long run to kickstart week 12. And then I won't need to get out for a longer run on Tuesday. I'll just do a recovery run probably. But yeah, hopefully next week will be a slightly higher mileage week again, 70 plus hopefully K. And that'll leave me with one more solid week after that of training. I'll probably focus on speed. And then it'll be a 2-week taper and get the legs to recover. They're not feeling too bad, like I said, niggles aren't there at the minute, so pretty happy with how this block's gone so far. Hopefully I'm close to my goal I'm definitely thinking I'm going off the 20k I did this week. I'm definitely around the mid 130s for half marathon right now. If I did one tomorrow, hopefully in the next couple of weeks I can get down to the low 130s, potentially sub 1 hour 30, 90 minutes, which is the ultimate goal for this year. I've got another half in September to go for that, so I might just kind of play it by ear on the day. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Like I said, if you're not subscribed yet, please consider hitting the button. Most of the views are coming from people that aren't subscribed, but my vlogs are coming regularly. I regularly do training vlogs. I've just gone past 100 miles in the R6 Jolt 3, so that 100-mile review will come soon. That one's took a bit longer, purely because I tend to use that for shorter, faster work now, purely because of the hardness of the foam. But yeah, I'll wrap it up there, start banging on. Get this one finished, get it in and get dry. Good luck with all your running. Good luck if you're in London today, or have run in London today by the time this publishes. And I will see everyone on the next one.